Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're delving into a case that, well, it truly shocked Japan back in 2022.
That's right. We're talking about the disappearance and tragic murder of Rina Arano.
It's a story with a lot of layers, vulnerability, secrets, and, unsettlingly, how wealth can sometimes seem to shield someone from consequences.
It really does. It started in June 2022. Rina Arano, who is quite well known as an independent model and social media creator, she just vanished.
Yeah, gone without a trace initially. So our aim today is to piece together her final known movements, understand the hidden aspects of her life her family didn't know about.
And crucially, introduce the man who became the prime suspect. A man with a seemingly perfect life that masks something much, much darker.
And we want to chronologically walk through the facts, really focusing on how her freelance work unfortunately intersected with this predator she met online. Okay, so let's start with Rina. Rina Arano. She was born in 1999 in Tokyo, only 23 in 2022.
She came from what sounds like a really stable, comfortable background. Her father worked in medical research or tech, something like that.
And her mother was described as a stylish housewife. Rina was the youngest of three daughters. Initially quite shy, apparently.
Yeah, described as like a porcelain doll. But she seemed to overcome that shyness, got into dancing and singing, became quite popular.
Her childhood dream, interestingly, was to be a pharmacist, like her dad.
Right, but then high school happened, social life, fashion, it took over. Her grades slipped.
And she ended up failing her first year at a private medical college. That seems to have been a turning point.
Definitely. In 2018, when she was 19, she decided to leave home. She moved out, got her own place in Shinjuku.
Specifically the Kabukicho area, Tokyo's famous, or maybe infamous, red light district, the sleepless town.
And that's where she entered the adult entertainment industry. Started with serving jobs, bars, restaurants.
But she moved up quickly.
Yeah.
Our sources say she became what's known as a soap lady.
Which involves providing specialized bathing and massage services, often in pretty high-end establishments within the adult industry. She was apparently very professional, good with clients.
And earning a lot, something like $1 million yen a month. At peak, that's roughly, what, 7,000 US dollars?
Yeah, serious money. And she spent it. Embraced that whole YOLO, you only live once trend. Brand names, makeup, host clubs.
She even secretly dated a top host club employee for about 2 years, didn't she?
Yes, that's right. Her AV, or adult video career, lasted about 2 years. She was incredibly prolific. 82 works, videos, photo shoots.
But by 2021, she was burning out, tired of the earn and spend cycle.
And apparently her host boyfriend started exploiting her financially. That seemed to be the last straw.
So she decided to quit. End the relationship, leave the industry, move back home.
She wanted a completely different life, you know? A quiet one. Get an office job, maybe get married, have kids, look after her cat. A total reset.
But here's the crucial part, the secret she kept. Her parents had no idea about the extent of her work.
None at all. They thought she was just doing some modeling, maybe running a small online fashion thing.
So when she moved back home, finding a regular office job was tough. She only had a high school diploma.
Exactly, which meant she fell back on what she knew freelance modeling. She used X, which was Twitter then, to find clients.
And she also had subscription content for her dedicated fans. This reliance on finding and vetting clients online, individually.
That's what made her vulnerable, tragically vulnerable.
Okay, so let's fast forward to the day she disappeared, June 5th, 2022.
Rina tells her parents she's got a photo shoot appointment. She leaves the house. Pretty normal start to the day.
But that evening, she doesn't come back. Her family tries calling, texting, no answer.
At first, they thought maybe she stayed over at a friend's place. It happens.
But days passed. They checked with her friends, no one had seen her. By June 8th, after 2 full days.
That's when the panic must have really set in. They reported her missing to the police.
Police started tracing her movements right away. CCTV was key. They found footage of her boarding a train.
Leaving Tokyo, heading northeast towards Ibaraki Prefecture. That's about an hour away. Known for being more rural, lots of nature.
She gets off at Mito Station in Ibaraki around 10 a.m. The cameras catch her again.
Exiting the station, north side. And then she gets into a silver car, willingly, driven by a man.
The car drives off, seemingly heading towards Hitachi City, another area known for its parks, more secluded spots. Yeah. And then the car is just gone. Lost to CCTV coverage.
That silver car became the focus. Police worked fast.
They identified the owner pretty quickly, Hiroyuki Sanpei. 33 years old, office worker, but also a freelance photographer on the side.
And he lived in Hitachi City, Ibaraki, in a villa.
Now, Sanpei's background, it's quite something. He wasn't just some average guy.
Not at all. Born into serious wealth, privileged upbringing, spent 8 years studying in the U.S., came back fluent in English.
Academically gifted, athletic, apparently very popular, held a high-ranking job at a big chemical company in Fukushima. He had this perfect exterior.
But people who knew him well saw something else, a darker side.
Friends mentioned he could be a bully. Needed constant attention, and had this volatile temper, violent outbursts when he got frustrated.
His parents apparently struggled to control him, even sent him back to the U.S. for university, maybe hoping it would help.
It seems it didn't really stick. He came back, climbed the corporate ladder quickly. Then in 2016, age 28, he got married.
To a high school classmate.
Yeah.
And they bought that villa in Hitachi, the one where the crime likely took place.
And this is where the violence really escalates, right?
Immediately. Just 1 month after the wedding, he physically assaulted his wife.
1 month.
Yes. And then again 2 months later. Both times, charges were filed. Domestic violence.
So what happened with the charges?
This is where the family wealth and connections reportedly came in. According to the sources, the charges were dropped. Both times. Just went away.
Unbelievable. So he learned early on there were no real consequences for him.
It seems that way. And it wasn't just at home. Stalking strangers, other assaults, trying to coerce women into nude photo shoots. Multiple incidents. But his family's money apparently kept smoothing things over, keeping him out of serious trouble.
It basically sounds like his wealth bought him impunity, taught him the rules didn't apply.
Which is a terrifying thought, considering what happened next. His wife eventually couldn't take it anymore and fled.
So he's living alone in this secluded villa, hosting different women there, reportedly.
And by 2021, he'd really established himself online as this adult photographer, using free shoots as bait, basically, to connect with models, often trying to pressure them into sex.
And this is how he found Rina.
Exactly. He contacted her through X, Twitter, posed as a huge fan, a supportive photographer, built up trust over months.
They even met in person once before, didn't they? February 2022.
Yes. Rina seemed to trust him because he played the part of the supportive fan so well. He seemed safe.
And then came the offer for the shoot on June 5th at his villa.
He offered 60,000 yen for 3 hours, about maybe 15,000 Thai baht.
But Rina, showing her experience, negotiated. She got him up to 120,000 yen, double the initial offer, roughly 30,000 baht.
And he agreed immediately. No hesitation. That sealed the meeting. The fatal meeting.
Okay, so jump forward again. June 14th, 2022. 9 days after Rina disappeared, the police arrive at Sanpei's villa.
And it's described as luxurious, but also very secluded, private. He meets them totally calm, sticks to his story.
What was his story again?
That he picked Rina up, they did the 3-hour shoot as agreed, and then he dropped her off at a nearby convenience store because she said she'd make her own way home from there. Plausible on the surface.
But the police wanted to search the villa, which he allowed, but then the hidden basement.
Right. They found this concealed basement area, and he apparently tried hard to stop them from going in. Huge red flag.
What did they find down there?
It was described as strangely clean, tidy, but they found Rina's mobile phone.
Her phone. The phone she supposedly had with her when he dropped her off.
Exactly. The first big crack in his story. They also found a mattress, used towels, and hair samples, both long and short.
And the digital evidence. His computer's devices.
Even worse for him. Police recovered video footage showing Rina actively resisting him during some kind of intimate contact.
So, proof of a struggle. Not consensual.
Seems that way. They also found photos of her tied up in handcuffs.
Handcuffs.
Yes. He tried to explain that away as part of a, quote, fetish photo shoot they agreed on.
But the resistance video contradicts that pretty strongly.
Absolutely. But his biggest mistake, perhaps born out of arrogance, was agreeing to share his dash cam footage.
Why? What did he think it would show?
He probably thought it backed up his story of driving her to the convenience store. Police had already checked the store's CCTV. No sign of his car, no sign of Rina.
So he gives them the dash cam footage thinking it clears him.
Maybe, or maybe he just forgot what was really on it. Overconfidence. Whatever the reason, he handed it over.
And that footage told a very different story.
Completely different. It showed his silver car, all right, but driving at high speed away from the convenience store, away from the main roads.
Where'd it go?
Deep into this remote mountainous forest road to the east, a place you wouldn't just randomly drive to. The car stopped there, for quite a while.
Incriminatingly long.
Extremely. As soon as the police saw that, they knew. Hiroyuki Sanpei was arrested right then and there, June 14th.
And the search immediately shifted to that remote forest area shown on the dash cam.
Yes, a difficult search, rugged terrain. It took 4 days.
Until June 18th. What do they find?
It's grim. About 6 meters down a steep sort of hidden slope near a large tree, they found a body.
Oh, no.
A female body.
Yeah.
Nude, decomposed, and tied to the tree with rope, tightly bound.
Just horrific. Was it confirmed to be Rina?
Officially, the autopsy confirmed it a few days later, June 21st. But tragically, Rina's online fans, they knew almost immediately. They recognized unique physical markers from photos she'd shared online, specific moles, her teeth alignment. They confirmed her identity publicly before the police even announced it. Shows how dedicated her following was.
So, the autopsy. What did it reveal about cause of death?
Suffocation. Likely manual strangulation. The key finding was a fractured hyoid bone.
The hyoid bone. That's the small bone in the neck, right? Breaking that takes significant force.
Exactly. It's a classic indicator of throttling or violent pressure on the neck, and the binding tape found on her body.
Let me guess. Same type as found in his basement.
The exact same type. Another direct link.
So the evidence seems overwhelming. What are the police theories on why it happened?
Meaning, there are basically two main lines of thought, though one seems much stronger. Theory 1, escalation. Meaning Sanpei lured her there, intending non-consensual acts, maybe similar to what he'd done before. Rina resisted like the video showed. His known violent temper kicked in, that rage, and he killed her. This fits his pattern and the evidence of struggle.
Okay, what's theory 2?
Accidental death during consensual activity. Maybe they were engaging in some kind of BDSM, given the handcuffs photo, and he accidentally applied too much pressure, breaking the hyoid bone. Then he panicked and disposed of the body.
But does that fit? The meticulous binding, the remote dump site, the lies?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like panic.
Exactly. That sounds planned, calculated. Which leads some to a third possibility.
Which is?
That this wasn't an accident or even just an escalation, that he planned to murder her from the start. He groomed her trust, chose the isolated villa, prepared the basement. He executed it carefully. His only major mistake was the dash cam.
That single piece of digital evidence he overlooked.
Right. So where does the case stand now? This all happened in 2022.
That's the frustrating part. Despite all this evidence, last person seen with her, her phone in his basement, the tape, the dash cam putting him at the scene.
Yeah.
The final legal conclusion, sentencing, and maybe even a full confession, it seems to be dragging on.
And this brings us back to that recurring theme, the family's wealth and influence.
We saw how previous charges against him just disappeared. Is it possible they're still interfering, delaying justice for Rina?
The sources certainly suggest it's a strong possibility, using legal maneuvers, connections, anything to slow the process down, maybe hope for a lesser charge. It denies Rina's family any sense of closure.
It's just a terrible situation. This case really highlights the extreme risks faced by people, especially women, working in independent, less regulated fields like freelance modeling or content creation.
Absolutely. They lack the protections of traditional jobs. They often have to vet clients themselves, meet strangers based on online interactions. It's inherently dangerous.
And it raises questions about victim blaming too, doesn't it? How someone's profession might be unfairly used to diminish the horror of what happened to them.
Definitely. Her work shouldn't make her any less of a victim. What's also striking is how meticulous Sanpei seemed, yet he messed up with the dash cam.
It shows that even people who think they're untouchable, who think they've planned everything perfectly, can make critical errors. One digital footprint he forgot to erase.
A small oversight with devastating consequences for him, but crucial for the investigation.
This whole story is just a chilling reminder, isn't it? About the masks people wear. How someone can project this image of success and perfection while hiding incredible darkness.
And how systems, sometimes influenced by wealth and power, can fail to protect the vulnerable and delay justice.
We really encourage you, our listeners, to think about this case. Consider the vulnerability, the role of wealth, the online dangers. There's a lot to unpack.
It's a deeply tragic story, and our thoughts are with Rina Arano's family.
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive. If you found this story compelling, please look for us on YouTube. Our channel is Horror Doc.
Please do hit like, share this story if you think others should hear it, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps support the work we do.
We hope you take care out there and stay safe.
Goodbye for now.